Rexy. So here I am again crying. I don't even know why I'm crying. I feel like I'm sick of crying. I'm sick of weakness. I'm sick of waking up in the morning and not knowing what to do. It's like I'm at a crossroads. There's so much to do, but I don't know where to put myself because I feel like, okay, I need to make a living and I need to get all my finances worked out, and that, like, those thoughts paralyze me. And there's so much that I could do, but I just feel like there's so much more that I need to be doing. There's like an that I need to be working on myself first, and that I have, like, I opened up the door to this massive divine knowledge that in some way it's like on my plate to there's Lola. In some way it, by even being able to open up these doors, it becomes like my responsibility to somehow be a bridge between this and mankind. I know it sounds funky. If, a year ago, if I would have never even, I don't know if I'm not gonna say anything like that. I don't know. It just seems so funky to me that I'm in this situation. Like, I have this divine purpose now, and I, at the same time, I have to make a living. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I don't know what to do in this one with this one, and I don't know what to do with that one. So it's like I'm in limbo. And all I really want to do is run around on the mountains, and now I really want to metal detect. That's what I really want to do, is pull out my metal detector and go metal detecting. That ought to get me ahead. And then I come back to, oh, and there's Gigi. And then I come back to grabbing on the side of the mountain. Oh, this is really useful. Well, actually, I think it is kind of useful because by crabbing on the side of the mountain, I kind of am able to at least put all my thoughts together and figure out what's what. I mean, for the time being, until tomorrow when I'm going to be sitting on the side of the mountain trying to figure out what's what again. Ugh, oof, sheesh. What? Oh yeah, divine message, crabbing on the side of the mountain. Oh, at least I can make fun of myself. Like, all three of the dogs, well, I had them in the frame there. All three of the dogs are in the frame. I start crawling down these rocks. Here, you see, there's a bunch of rocks because up on the top there's wind. And I figured that the sound won't be so good. So I'm going to continue to walk down these. I mean, you see, this is what I'm doing in the morning. Crab- Crabbing on the side of the mountain, talking about divine messages and not being able to do my work. Huh. This is really going to help me make a living and get my messages out. Uh-huh. This is, and yeah, this is, I have to make sure that these stones, because look where I'm standing, I have to make sure that these stones are in place. And in between all these stones, there's rock rabbits, which the dogs just love chasing around. It's kind of cold. Uh, well, this is helpful. It really is, actually. It's really helpful for me to be able to laugh at myself a little bit, look at myself in the mirror. It's like watching myself in the mirror and cracking myself up. You know, it would be really nice if I could get paid for doing this, for walking along the side of the mountain and crabbing and making videos and then hiking, because I really, really, really want to go down there. There are some ancient ruins down there, and it's Nakal Salmon, and that's really where I want to be going. But then I have all of my responsibilities. Responsibilities, folks. There's so many things. I know I've completely cleaned myself up. Yeah, in the last years, I quit drinking alcohol. I quit my overeating. I uh, I quit marijuana. I quit tobacco, and I was taking for help with my uh, post trauma, coming overcoming post trauma. But with post trauma, it's like something in me. Well, there's like a hose down there, something hose or cord. I'll go check it out. See where I'm trying to reach that rock. So with my post trauma, it's like I have this. I don't even know if I should be blaming anything on anything. I have like this attention span of a mouse, and so I know that I could go home and I could take a Ritalin or a Concerta or whatever you call it, and find like super focus and get it. But I feel like it's just wrong. I don't. I so much enjoy not having any hangups, even if it means that I'm like this. You see, you can totally see my going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This is like a supreme one. It's been 7 minutes and a half now, and I've already gone from crying and complaining to hiking to this to that to the dogs to Lola's still up there. Say, look, Lola. She's afraid of these rocks because they're massive rocks. Look, you can see she can just fall in between them. So she waits to see where I get to, like what my plans are. Now, she's done this a lot before. So either I get to the bottom and then she sees I'm walking off, so she'll make her way down to the bottom, or she just waits to see if I decide to turn around and come back up, and then she doesn't have to bother with it. She's like the smartest dog ever. Really, the smartest dog ever. So, what do I do? Do I go with my divine plan, or, the divine, what I feel like I should be doing, which is getting these messages out that I feel like I'm like a bridge between other realms and the physical realm? And I know it's kind of corny, but that's what it feels like. It's not what it feels like, that's what it is. I know this because I go in between the worlds. I go into these other realms, and and I can bring them back here, and I have the talent of gab. I really have a talent for gab. I can articulate. I can really explain things in detail when I'm connected in words. So that is a talent. It's a talent. And I think it goes well with my other talents. So, but I don't see how to make a living and do this at the same time. But then, that's me getting in the way of what is supposed to be. I feel like in one way, it's like you are supposed to be bringing these messages, and everything else will fall into place. But in the meantime, it's like a leap of faith, because in the meantime, it seems like everything's just falling apart, not falling in place. And I can't seem to be doing what I need to be doing to be making a living in the meantime. And I'm just heavy on people around me. And what kind of divinity is that? Being a weight on the people in my life. And what kind of sample is that? What kind of example is that? Sample. At least I can laugh, cry about myself. See, my emotions are all over the place. I've been keeping up there, Chi. I've been keeping up my business, but just barely. All I really want to do is learn and run around the mountains and make videos. I mean, besides family, I feel more and more like I just want to spend time with my boys and my kids. And I feel like everything has to do with money. Okay, I'm going to stop this for a minute.